The fetal heartbeat abortion bill that was just signed into law has been suspended, at least for now. A federal judge has granted Planned Parenthood's request to temporarily stop the law while it's being challenged in court. News 19's Julia Kaufman tells us more.
The fetal heartbeat bill, which bans abortions in South Carolina after about 6 weeks, was signed into law Thursday. But just one day after, a federal judge stopped it from taking effect.
Well, there was a little bit premature celebrating yesterday, I believe. And, they could introduce a bill again next year. But it's still going to be unconstitutional.
Planned Parenthood South Atlantic filed the temporary restraining order on the bill just before it became law Thursday. Attorney Melissa Burnett represents them and several other pro-choice organizations.
With the temporary restraining order, what's so important is that the health care services can be rendered now, whereas, the women were waiting who were already scheduled. They were going to be denied their health care services, and we're very relieved that that can go forward now.
Before Judge Mary Lewis granted their request, she said every woman has the constitutional right to get an abortion before the fetus is viable at 24 weeks.
I'm not going to comment on whether I'm surprised. You heard my arguments in court. We asked the court not to issue a TRO or preliminary injunction. She is going to allow us additional time to be heard on the preliminary injunction, and I think that's really about all I can say at this point.
Attorney Emery Smith represents the defendant, which is the state attorney general's office. Attorney General Alan Wilson wrote in his statement that Friday's temporary restraining order is only the first step in their legal fight. He says they, quote, look forward to further arguing why this law should be valid. Now that the fetal heartbeat bill is suspended, South Carolina's previous abortion law is in effect. This means women can still legally get abortions up until 24 weeks of pregnancy. The judge will decide on whether to file a preliminary injunction, which would permanently halt the abortion law in early March. In Columbia, Julia Kaufman, News 19, WLTX.
And the governor responding to all of this on Twitter, saying that we will defend this law every step of the way and that no lawsuit can weaken our resolve to fight for life.